Hey, what's up? It's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And hopefully you guys hopefully you guys are doing well. Hey, how you doing, Penny? Grandbaby here. Okay, I got you. I got you. You doing all right? Well, it's great to have everyone here. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. Super Saturday at that. I'm just sitting here decided that I was going to go ahead and go live, for at least an hour or so, and show off some things. I have, everybody knows there's a new Blue Beetle. The terrible twos are no joke. I understand that. You know, it's not sure if you guys have been keeping up, but we got the Blue Beetle movie coming out soon, and I have some original Blue Beetle comics that I figured, hey, well, since a lot of people are enjoying, it's either one or two things. Either people are enjoying the new trailer or they're hating it. And I figured, I said, well, I always like Blue Beetle in all his iterations, and I figured, well, let me go ahead and dig in the long boxes and see what I come up with. So I have a few Blue Beetle comics I'd like to show off, if that's all right. And then aside from that, I have a few movies that I'm gonna watch over the next week or two. Figured I'd show that off too. So if you guys want to see a couple comics and see some movies that I've picked up, I love to show this off. Like I say, roughly for about an hour or so, since it's early in the afternoon. But we got Penny in the house, along with her grandbaby. She says the terrible twos are no joke. I understand that. I had two little ones myself, so well, they're not little anymore, but I remember those times. And to be honest, when they were 2 years old, they weren't bad. They were good kids. They were always good kids. I love my kids. Yeah, they're good. But at 2 years old, they were very cool. So I guess I was one of the fortunate ones, right? Yeah, they never gave me the blues like that. So let me see. On a Saturday, I have a very interesting stack of movies here. Let me ask you, Penny, what would you like me to start off with? The movies or the books? Let me see. I'll leave that up to y'all. What would you like to see first, the movies or the books? I know. I know with the movies, I have a pretty substantial stack sitting here. The movies. You know what? It's funny, Penny. I knew you'd say that. Oh, yeah. I figured you'd say that. So I had him over here. I had him over here waiting for you. So the first one on my list is a movie I haven't seen. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid, and this one's called Flesh and Blood. And from what I remember of this movie, this was a cool, kick-ass movie that came out around the time where people were still doing your Viking barbarian kind of movies, and this one starring Rutger Hauer, and actually, this one actually has Jennifer Jason Lee also. So I figured that is pretty cool. And let me see, what does it say here? It says, in a battle between good and evil, only the strong survive. From visionary director Paul Verhoeven. Okay, he's from Basic Instinct. Okay, he's the director from Basic Instinct. Comes this vivid, comes this vivid and muscular epic adventure of medieval bravery and bloodlust, starring Rutger Hauer and Jennifer Jason Lee in a chaotic, morally bankrupt Europe of 1510, the year 1510. A cold-hearted warrior named Martin, played by Rutger Hauer, leads his motley crew of mercenaries into battle to reclaim the castle of an ousted nobleman. But when the despot betrays them, Martin and his blood of ruffians strike back by kidnapping the innocent young maiden. Betrothed to the nobleman's son, a fearless Renaissance man who must risk life and limb to rescue the woman he loves. Came out in 1985. What's up, Low Spec? So I haven't seen this since I was a kid. Starring the late great Rutger Hauer, called Flesh and Blood. So this is one on my list for me to check out. And I remember this being a pretty cool movie. How it holds up in today's day and era, who knows? But hopefully, it'll be, hopefully it'll hold up pretty well, and there won't be any issues when it comes to checking it out. So, yeah. So, yeah, it looks familiar. Yeah, 1985. Too bad Rutger Hauer just died within the last 2 years or so. But this actually is a pretty good movie from what I remembered when I was knee high to a grasshopper. So we have that. Then we have then they have a movie here that I've never heard of and I've never seen, starring Steve Martin, and I'm surprised I've never heard of this movie. But it looks like it's a gangster movie called Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. Look at that shit. That's interesting, huh? Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid by Steve Martin. And from the back of it, looks like a noir style movie. And it looks like looks pretty interesting, huh? Steve Martin, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. The reason why it's on my list is because I'd never heard of it until I seen it, and it's still brand new. And I figured, you know what? I can't even remember the last time I saw a Steve Martin movie. Yeah, I can. It was Pink Panther. That was horrible. But this is older Steve Martin from, when did shit come out? This is 19, let's just say 82, 92. It came out a long time ago, so long enough. So Steve Martin, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. Looks like a noir style movie. Ain't no telling what's going on in this movie, but just for the simple fact that I never heard of it, never seen it, I'm giving Steve Martin a chance on this one. So this is one I'll be checking out here pretty soon. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of or seen that, but I figured that was pretty interesting. You know how it goes. My boy Jeff, what's going on, brother? How's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Now my next movie is a cool one. It's called The Lost Swordship. And it's an old kung fu flick put out by Rare Scope. Low Spec said, "Did you ever check out Putney Swope?" Putney Swope. I don't think I have. Putney Swope. That sounds familiar. Didn't you tell me about? Wait a minute. Wait. I don't think if it's something that you sent me, then I don't think I've gotten around to seeing it. What's up, Lord Thoth? How's it going, brother? Oh, it's a movie from 1969. Weird shit, free on YouTube. Okay, all right. Yeah, man. If you can, I'll check it out, man. Shit, everything you've recommended to me has been great, man. So, I tell you what, if you could, if you can send me a DM, or if you pull it up on YouTube and like share the link over to the DM, then I'll check it out. And thank you for everything you sent me, man. Thank you for that, man. You sent me some good shit, man. And Lord Thought says same, and you. I'm good, man. I showing off some movies, man, and I'm gonna, I got some comic books I'm gonna show off, some Blue Beetle books that I've gotten, but I'm on my third movie, and just trying to see if anybody's ever remember seeing this one. And Penny said that this looks familiar. This is an old Rutger Hauer movie, so went ahead and figured I'd go check that out. And then came across this one that I've never heard of and I've never seen. Steve Martin, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. So I figured I'd go ahead and check this one out. And then my third one here is called The Lost. I don't know why I keep saying the Lord. I keep thinking about Lord of the Rings. The Lost Swordship. Looks like a kung fu flick that I've never heard of. And if I've heard of it or I've ever seen it, I don't remember seeing it because this title doesn't ring a bell to me at all. But I'm interested in seeing what it is. Looks old school. starring Wong Ping. So, guess as good as mine with this one. But I love old school kung fu flicks, so I figured Jennifer Jason Lee. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I guess you remember that one, huh? Now, this one here is interesting. Do you have y'all ever watched like Tales of the Crypt, like the movie, or like the movies or the TV show? Um, a lot of people didn't even know this thing ever came out, but I found it interesting when I came across this one, and this is Tales from the Crypt, the cartoon, and this is season 1. So I'm not sure if you guys ever seen this, but this is badass. Like kids be getting killed, and it's all kind of wild shit. So basically, the way you see the Tales from the Crypt movies had, how they had like the little cartoon clips and stuff in there. This looks like it's. Penny said the last sword ship is playing free on YouTube. Oh well, appreciate that, Penny. I guess that's for everybody that is interested in watching the movie. Appreciate that, Penny. Thank you for that. Yeah, so this is season 1 of Tales of the Crypt, Tales from the Crypt, the animated cartoon. And kids be, it's funny because I checked out an episode and kids were dying in this cartoon, man. And I was like, well, shit. It says all in one smash explosive DVD. So what it was on, it says season 1, but is it like only one season or I don't know, but it's crazy to see, kind of like it's a horror cartoon, and I don't even remember ever seeing this come out. So if you guys ever heard of a Tales of the Crypt cartoon that had seasons, shit, please let me know, because I've never heard of it. I mean, even when you look at like when you look at some of the name of the cartoons, like one title for a cartoon is called While the Cat's Away. Another one's called Pleasant Screams. One's called The Little Body of Work. One's called Ghost Ship. One's called Grounds for Horror. Another one's called Gorilla's Paw. Another episode is called Hide and Go Shriek. So interesting shit. Tales from the Crypt, season 1 cartoon. So, I love horror movies. I love Tales from the Crypt. If you guys never even heard or ever seen that there was any kind of cartoon, here you go. And I'd never even heard of it until I seen it, and I grabbed it and I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? I was like, had to have it. So there you go. Check it out. And if you guys like Tales from the Crypt and horror stuff like I do, then you'll definitely, that's definitely down your alley. Now, this had to be like 4 or 5 months ago. I ended up coming across some. Penny says we have some books around here somewhere. Huh. Oh wow, some Tales from the Crypt. Some wow, that's pretty cool. Huh. I picked up some Asian movies. I don't know if they're particularly like Chinese or Japanese or whatever. This one looks like it's a Japanese movie because it's called Yakuza Weapon. And basically, it looks like a movie about a guy that has looks like he has some kind of Gatling gun for an arm. And I thought it was interesting. I was like, well, you know, I'll buy that for $1. So for $1, I got Yakuza Weapon. And look at that. It says made in Japan, kicking ass worldwide. Isn't that something? What's up, Vigilante? How's it going, brother? Low Spec Linux laptop. What's going on, brother? He says mob assassin, huh? Yakuza Weapon. I just took a chance, man. You know, like I said, it looked interesting. And I was like, yeah, why not, right? So my boy Vigilante says it's going. I feel you, man. I'm in the same boat, brother. I'm in the same boat, man. But thank you for being here, man. Yeah, so I guess the only thing I'll say about this one is when I get a chance to watch it within the next week or so, I'll come back and let you guys know if this is worth checking out or not, in my opinion. You know, but it's called Yakuza Weapon. Never heard about it, but it looks like old buddy has a Gatling gun on his hand, and it looks like that on the back too. Because hell, I figured how bad could it be, right? Vigilante Williamson, what's going on, my brother? He says thank you for streaming. Oh man. You don't got to thank me, man. You know, I love being on just like y'all do, man. Thank you for being here, man. Shit, appreciate you, man. Low spec says, like the chick with the machine gun leg in Planet Terror, LOL. Oh, yeah, in real life, she's fucking bananas, bro. She's fucking crazy as shit. From Planet Terror. Rosie McGowan, yeah, she's out of there, man. I mean, she was hot back then. I mean, she's still hot. I mean, whatever, man. I mean, you know, sometimes for as good as somebody can look, it don't make up for what's, you know, in their headspace, man. So I don't know, man. What do you do with that? You know, shit. But I love Planet Terror. I got it sitting over there somewhere, and if I had it right in front of me, I'd be watching the fuck out of it. Grindhouse double feature. You know, it's funny. I don't think they'll ever make something like that ever again. It's not even that it's a unique idea. It's just the fact that Quentin Tarantino took a chance on making that kind of movie, and that's the kind of chance that Hollywood is unwilling to make right now. So where the fuck does that leave us as fans? It's fucked, man. What can you say, right? Now here is something that I love, man. I don't give a fuck, man. I love Don Knotts, man. I love Don Knotts. So this is a Don Knotts 4 movie pack from Universal. And like I say, man, look, if you guys never really watched a Don Knotts movie, man, go check out Don Knotts. Man, he's awesome, man. I love Don Knotts. So he got 4 movies on here, right? One movie's called The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. If you guys never seen The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, that shit's pretty funny, man. I would have to say, out of all these movies, the movie that I really didn't that I really was, it was kind of hard for me to warm up to, was The Reluctant Astronaut. That was a little tough one for me, man. Um, if you ever seen The Shakiest Gun in the West, it's fucking awesome. Don Knotts is funny, and he's very good in that movie. And the one that I haven't seen yet, uh, he has a movie called The Love God, and Don Knotts in some kind of movie called The Love God. I definitely got to check that shit out. So look at this shit. Look at that. Fucking Don Knotts, man. You know, I miss comedians, you know, like funny actors like Don Knotts, John Ritter. I miss, you know, hell, Jim Carrey's getting ready to retire. So what do you say, man? Fuck. Now, this movie here, it's a trip. I bought this movie. Yeah, why I bought this movie? It's like I bought this like last year sometime. But I never watched it. Now, this is a movie called VFW. And this, if you look at who's on the cover, you have Stephen Lang, Adams, you have Stephen Lang, William Sadler, Martin Cove, and Fred Williamson. And basically, it's like these fucking Vietnam vets getting into like the fight of their lives. And this is supposed to be like a balls to the wall kind of movie that got these 4 old school, these guys were, these guys had action movies and shit back in their day, and they starred in all their own movies. And now you see them, like, these guys are like in their 60s, they're in their 70s or whatever. And it looks like they're 4 friends that get into some shit. There's some old veterans, and look like they're gonna, I guess, kick some ass for one last time. So as you can see, it's brand new. I haven't opened it, but I figured, you know what? I haven't seen these 4 guys in a movie, in a long time, let alone seeing these 4 together and, kicking ass for one last time or whatever. Why not, right? So looks like they get into some stuff, and they got to fight their way out of it. So I love, Penny says, I love Don Knotts, the incredible Mr. Limpet. Yeah, I own that too. Mr. Limpet was very good. Very good movie. Yeah, I owned the collector's edition of that. So with that, now, this movie here is something special. This is Legend. This is Tom Cruise's Legend. And this is the Ultimate Edition. This is actually the first DVD I've ever purchased in my life. This one right here. I remember when I bought this, I had just became manager at Blockbuster. And I was there for a few months. And of course, you get a manager, you get an employee discount. I'm the manager, So I seen this, and I had a chance to pick either this or the director's cut of Supergirl. That came out back in the 80s. And I wanted Supergirl, but then I was like, fuck that, man. This is Legend. So this is the first DVD I've ever purchased in my life. Is this one right here. Yeah, man. And the thing is, this has the director's cut where it has a musical. Um, um, Lily starts singing a full-blown song. La 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 da da da. And she just goes into a whole full song. And when I watched it, I sat there and I looked and I was like, you know what? I couldn't do it because I was like, yo, I'm not used to it's like when you watch the US version, it streamlines all the way through. It doesn't slow down, and there's no time for song and dance. And just imagine that the original version had a song and dance in Legend. The version that we saw our whole lives here in America, we never saw that song and dance. So we were watching the US version, and the UK version has the song and dance to it. So Lily gets into the song and dance, and I was like, yo, like right in the middle of the movie, I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'm thinking I'm gonna see more action, see more like maybe some deadlier shit that I'd never seen. And no, that's not it. It's Lily actually. She starts singing and shit, and I was like, yo, but it was still cool to have. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go ahead, and I still love it. But this is the Ultimate Edition, and I've never seen this on Blu-ray. So if this is out on Blu-ray, I have no idea. I've never seen it, but I love Legend, and this is cool because it has like you can open it up, and it has a little translucent cover to it. Yeah, man, some cool shit, man. Lady Miss, how you doing, Lady Miss? Hopefully, you guys are having a very super Saturday. Man, everybody saying what's up to each other. That's awesome. Then I came across, what's up, Pat? 24 said trans, LOL. Oh, you talking for the cover? Oh, come on, man. You're funny, Pat. Then I came across this movie here. It's a John Woo movie, and it looks like a John Woo gangster movie. And we talking gangster like mafia mobster, like the 19 like 30s and 40s kind of gangster. I didn't know he made one, but I seen it, and it's called Blood Brothers by John Woo. And if you look at the cars and everything, you can tell that you can tell this is like 1930s and 40s. So you can just tell they're wearing very, very old clothes. And everybody has fedoras on and shit. So, yeah. John Woo. Let me see. Oh, it's the 1930s. Okay, so I was right. Okay, so what it says here is Blood Brothers is set in the 1930s Shanghai, a flourishing modern-day Babylon, replete with warlords, politicians, wealthy industrialists, and gangsters. Okay, three innocent young brothers uh, arrive in a seeming paradise in search of a better life. Enticed by the rich and powerful world of organized crime, the three brothers start down a path of no return. They are hired to do the bidding of the city's largest mob syndicates when Fung, which is one of the brothers, begins an affair with the mob boss's girlfriend. Uh-oh. Life takes a difficult turn for all three brothers when the forbidden love affair is exposed. Bum bum bum. Friends turns against friends, and brother turns against brother. Wow. Over a chick, huh? Sorry, ladies, but it's fucked up. Um, the days of innocence have passed. The three brothers must stand up as men and make their choices in life. Wow. So all three of these guys go down because of, yeah. Well, I guess one of the brothers was, he's thinking with his, ding-a-ling, and yeah. Shit. But done by John Woo, so you know how that goes. Now, for all you guys. Now, if you guys remember the Shaw brothers, they did some of the greatest kung fu flicks that we've ever seen in our lives. And this one here is called The Kid with the Golden Arm, starring the Venoms, the five deadly Venoms. Man, look at that. I remember on Saturdays, after the Saturday morning cartoons and all that good stuff, they used to have the Saturday matinees, and they used to be nothing but kung fu flicks. And I remember seeing this one. Now this is the uncut version. This is the uncut version, digitally remastered and restored. So there you have it. The Kid with the Golden Arm. Figured it'd be a good one to check out since it's been a while. So with that, there's this movie that I saw. I've heard of this movie. I've never seen it before. I've heard a lot of things about it, and I finally had a chance to come across, it when I purchased this last year. And it's a movie called Tokyo Zombie. And this is more like a Shaun of the Dead kind of zombie movie that happens out there in Tokyo. And it's supposed to have comedy plus action and all the kind of crazy stuff that comes with it. But it's called Tokyo Zombie. So I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of it, ever seen it. Penny, you watched all of My Mother the Car. You thought it was funny. Did you? When'd you do that? I want to. That's pretty. That's pretty cool. You must have. You must have just done that recently, huh? My Mother the Car. I mean, that's a pretty funny show. That show is just to think that something like that came out. Very interesting concept. I'm not sure, man. Just imagine, Penny, if they was to come out with that kind of movie today. I mean, with that kind of show. Like, let's say they try to reboot it in 2023 or 2024. My Mother, the Car. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there's a show on YouTube. I mean, you can find it on YouTube for free. It's a show that came out back in like the '60s called My Mother, the Car. And the premise for that show is wild as shit. It's just this guy, his mother passes away, and he gets married, he has kids, and come to find out his mother comes reincarnated, come back. The mother comes back reincarnated as the family car that the son buys this car, and the car that he buys to make his family car, his mother ends up coming back reincarnated as the car that he just purchased at the car lot. So he's driving he's talking to his mother. His mother's the car, and they're trying to figure all kind of shit out together. That shit is wild as hell, man. So if you guys never seen it, you can watch it for free. My Mother, the Car. Check it out. It's wild. It's wild. And and I got to check this out. I can't recommend anybody to watch any of these movies. Not the ones I haven't watched, but this is something I will watch. I'll check it out. But basically, zombie apocalypse breaks out in Tokyo, and I've heard about it for years. Got it. I think it was like September, October of last year, and still haven't watched it. So I pulled it to the side. Try to give it a run sometime this week. Now, something that something that's kind of nostalgic that I had to kind of go back on a little bit just to kind of see. Oh shit, I'm showing my tattoos. I can't be showing my tattoos now, Now is this one here. I don't know if you guys remember watching this, but this is starring Mark Hamill. 8 is Enough. I don't know if you guys remember this show, but just for old time's sakes, I had to pull it out, check it out, and it's very interesting to see TV from back then compared to TV nowadays. It's fucking night and day, man. You wouldn't even fucking believe it, man. But I love it. And starring Dick Van Patten. And this was a pretty cool show. I can't remember how long it ran for, but it's the first season. 8 is Enough. Shit. See, at least it it lets you see that, hey, I'm just not a guy grabbing this kind of movie, those kind of shows. I love everything. I'm sorry, except for chick flicks. I just can't. But everything else I'm cool with. So now this movie, this is a vampire movie with Bill Paxton called Near Dark. Not sure if you guys ever seen this or ever heard of this, but this is the collector's edition of it. Has all kind of features, special features on it and stuff. But this is a Bill Paxton, because you see him right here. And we all miss Bill Paxton. Hate that he passed away a few years ago. Great actor. He's been in many movies, and this is one of his earlier movies called Near Dark. And yeah, vampire movie. Bill Paxton, he was in Terminator. He was also in Aliens. Phenomenal actor. Lady Mist. It is a funny show at Penny. Yeah, My Mother the Car is a great show. I love it. Very funny. Again, it's something they wouldn't put out today, but at least we still have it. Now, I would love to see if they would actually, if they actually have like a DVD release of it. If they did, I would get it, but I would probably be in the minority. So, but if you guys want to see an old school vampire movie with Bill Paxton, check out Near Dark. Yep, yep, yep. Now, we can't forget the Warriors. You know what's funny? This movie is actually responsible for a lot of people back in the late 70s to actually wanting to become gang members. Yeah, there's a documentary came out about maybe 5 years ago or so, where the actors got together and went back to Coney Island. And when they went to Coney Island, they met with a lot of gang members that they were all old, but were telling the actors how this movie influenced them to become gang members out there in Brooklyn, in Coney Island. Yeah, you guys should see it. I think it's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. And matter of fact, you can look it up. There's a Warriors documentary where they start talking to gang members out there in Brooklyn, and the gang members were like, "Yeah, we did that shit because we watched this movie, we loved it, and we wanted to form a gang here in Coney Island." So if you guys didn't know that, there you go. So the Warriors. Matter of fact, Rockstar, the people that make Grand Theft Auto, they came out with a Warriors video game that came out for the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. And I own that. It's a very good game. If you guys haven't played it, check it out. It's very good. Very good video game. And the Ultimate Director's Cut of the Warriors is great. If you guys haven't checked it out, please do. It's funny because the leader, Swan, right here, after he did this, he turns around and does Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John. So he goes from being a gangster one year, and then the next year he's in roller skates, trying to mac Olivia Newton-John in Xanadu. So yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, Warriors, good movie, very good. What you got for me, Lady Miss? What you got for Lady Miss. She says, when you said the name of my mother, the car, I thought of the old show, Car 54. Where are you? Yeah, yeah. LOL, way wrong show. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Car 54 was pretty good too. That was with, if I'm not mistaken, I was with Herman Munster. Car 54. Man, I would love to have Car 54 on DVD. I would love that. So I like that movie Warriors. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. And Just Joe, 47. What's going on, Just Joe? Hopefully everything's good with you. And Just Joe says the Warriors and John Wick 4 are in the same movie universe. Are you serious? I'm gonna have to look that up, man. Appreciate you. I'm gonna keep that in mind. And Lady Miss saying hello to Just Joe. That's what's up. Yep, it was a funny show. Yeah, very good show. And Just Joe 47 says hello to Lady Miss and says I didn't like the director's cut of the Warriors with the comic book images connecting the scenes. You know what? I didn't like it either. The thing I liked about it is because you could tell it was actually it was cleaner. They cleaned it up some from just how it regularly looked. But to be honest, they could have done without the cartoon scenes that were interacting. The cartoon parts that were interacting certain parts of the movie. Yeah, they could have done without those cut scenes. I agree with you. Matter of fact, that's the same thing they did with The Watchmen. If you look at the ultimate director's cut of The Watchmen, they take the Tales from the Black Freight, they chop it up and they put it, in the movie, in the ultimate director's cut. And the only reason why they did that was because of how it's done in the comic book. But yeah, it looks like a warrior. It looks like the Warriors did the exact same thing. So I definitely understand that, man. Penny says, "Ugh, it's been raining for 2 days straight. I hate going to the store when it's raining." I understand. Well, hopefully you catch a break when the rain at least slows down just a little bit. You can make a run for it to the store. You know, hopefully hopefully it lightens up for you a little bit. Hopefully it does. What's up, Lady Miss? She says, I haven't seen the director's cut. Glad I didn't. Well, what it is they added these little cut scenes in between, like in certain parts of the movie, where instead of it being done with real life people or something like that, it was done with cartoon. And it's very different. And yeah, it's just it to some people it didn't come over, it didn't come out well. And I agree with Just Joe. They could have saved it. They could have saved it. But if that was something that the director always wanted to do, and he was like, "Well, fuck it. I mean, this is my only time that I can get a chance to do it." Like I said, I'm just glad that it was remastered and all that other stuff, so it came out with a clearer picture and better sound quality. That's what can, what can you say? My brother Glenzer, what's going on, man? He says the gang I remember the most was the Baseball Furies. Hey, you know what? The Baseball Furies. Well, between them and the Turnbulls were the ball headed guys that were in the buses, and they all had chains and bats and all kind of shit to whip your ass with. Now, if they would have got a hold of you, fuck. But the Baseball Furies, with the way that they looked, they were about the most memorable. They all came out there with their baseball uniforms. Everybody had bats. And I ain't gonna lie, some of the Warriors, but they were getting their ass whooped. Baseball Furies were they were putting a little hurt on them guys, man. Um, and then you had the Lizzies. That was like the all girl team that they had. You know, they had one had the gun and one, the rest of them had like knives and shit, and they tried to set up the Warriors. Man, like I said, that's a good movie, man. Again, if you guys are into video games and you have not gotten around to checking it, look, if you guys are into video games and you guys own a PlayStation 4 or 5 or even a 3, if you own PlayStations 3, 4, 5, and if you have $5 to spare, if I'm not mistaken, it's $5, you can go and get the game. I got the physical copy. If you can find a physical copy, great. But if not, you can go ahead and buy it through their PlayStation store. And you can actually play it, and it's a very good game. It's done by Rockstar, the people that done all the Grand Theft Autos. Go check out The Warriors, the video game. You'll be fucking beating up the baseball Furies and all the other guys on there. And it's a cool game. You'll be on there tagging, doing graffiti and shit. Like it's everything that you do in the movie, you do in the game. And you gotta get initiated in the Warriors, and you gotta do all kind of stuff. And then you go out and you start tagging, and they even have it to where you get caught up in what happened. And look, I ain't gonna it's a good game. Check it out. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Just Joe 47, my man. He says, well, in the last hour of John Wick 4, they use a DJ. Oh, you mean the chick that she's like, hey, you bad, so-and-so's. We got the Warriors coming straight out of Brooklyn. And you talking about that chick. Okay. Well, you know what's funny? In the game, in the video game, if I'm not mistaken, the same chick comes back and does the voiceover in the Warriors video game. So while you're playing the video game, you get to hear her come in like if it's if it's a radio station, and she gets to talking. There's some cool stuff, man. If you guys haven't checked out, they have 2 Warriors games. One of them, it's the one that's done by Rockstar, the people that do Grand Theft Auto. If it's not by Rockstar, that's not the Warriors game that I'm talking about. There's 2 of them out there. One's good, the other one's bad. I played both of them. The one that's by Rockstar, Grand Theft Auto, that's the one. That's the one you play. And it has that lady DJ that does that talking, that all you see is her mouth. Yeah, that's in the game too. So if you haven't checked it out, you check it out. You would enjoy it. The lady says that, Penny, I agree. Stay at home until it stops. Right. Or, until it slows down some and it's not going full blast. And, please cover up. We wouldn't want you to, catch a cold, You know how that is. Penny, it's not going to stop raining till 2 a.m. Besides, my grandson is causing chaos and I need a break. Well, hand him back over to mom and dad. Put on that raincoat and those rubber boots, Penny. And just march yourself out to the car. Yeah, I'm sorry. I understand. But Penny says, happy Easter, y'all. So happy Easter, everybody. Thank you, Penny. And oh shit. So with the Warriors, we have the Blu-ray of Big Trouble in Little China. Now, this is John Carpenter, man. Please, John Carpenter, please do the next Escape from New York, and just come up with just come up with a good story, man, please, and bring back Kurt Russell. But Big Trouble in Little China, great movie. For y'all that don't know, Mortal Kombat is actually based off of this. So if you look at Mortal Kombat and you see how Mortal Kombat was done, the inspiration for Mortal Kombat is Big Trouble in Little China. So, yeah. Penny said done. I know, right? and Lady Miss says, time to run and hide at Penny. Lady Miss says, I like that movie. I was surprised that it was so good. Oh, you mean Big Trouble in Little China? Oh, that's very, very good movie. With Kim Cattrall. Very, very good movie. I enjoy that very much. Very good action movie. And Lady Miss says, Happy Easter to Penny. Yep. Happy Easter to Lady Miss, to Penny, and everybody else. Now, I seen this, right, for $1. And I still haven't had a chance to watch it because it's still in the plastic. But I figured this was interesting. It's very, very thick, very big. This is called the Great Indian Wars. From 1540 to what, 1890? Look at that. 5-part documentary series. Hold on, let me see. It says, Lady Miss says yes. Yep. And Just Joe says, after the ending to Escape from LA, I wanted the sequel to be Escape from Earth. Yeah, me too, man. We were all waiting for that, man. We were all waiting for Escape from Earth. Snake spends the whole movie trying to find a rocket ship to get off this crazy planet. Dude, you know what, man? To be honest, waiting for the next Snake Plissken movie is like waiting for the next George A. Romero zombie movie. The one thing we've all been wanting is Twilight of the Dead, which I hear is being worked on right now. Heard is being worked on right now. And just like that is the way we've been waiting for Escape from Earth, which they're working on the next movie to the series. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with it, man. So I'm telling you, man, and Gunja said Rockstar put out 3 GTAs, 2 Manhunts. You know what? I remember State of Emergency. It was cool when it first came out, but it died out real quick. The Warriors for PS2, for PS4, it was just Red Dead Redemption 2, and for PS5, it'll be just Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, man. The Warriors for the PS2, man, that game is pretty cool. If you guys see State of Emergency, don't even waste your time. The fact that Rockstar came out with State of Emergency, trust me, I bought it when it first came out. When I was a little children, I was, knee high to a grasshopper, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. So don't play that. The Warriors is good. Go get the Warriors. So, I love westerns. I love documentaries and anything that's about like Indian culture like this. I love it. I love learning about this kind of stuff. And I figured this would be cool. The Great Indian Wars. And it covers the battle of it goes let me see, the battle of Topeka No. It covers the battle of Horseshoe Head. No, the battle of Horseshoe Bend. My bad, damn. And let me see, what else does it cover? It also covers the three Seminole Wars and the Battle of Little Bighorn. The Battle of Wounded Knee, which is says where America's landscape would be changed forever. So yeah, this is the Great Indian Wars. I love documentaries and look at that, man. I hate to see how they were, how they've been done, man. Definitely have a lot of respect for Native Americans, man, and Indians. Definitely do. Appreciate that, Glenzer, man. Thank you for letting us know that, man. Appreciate you. Now, this imagine getting this for $1 each. Holy shit. It's funny because I got the original Tron that came out in that big fat 2-disc with the all the special features. I'm never gonna give that one up. That's fucking awesome. But then this is cool too. To have it on Blu-ray, to have it on DVD, and yeah, this is nice. Check that out. And for this to be a DVD, this has a little weight to it. So this is the special edition of Tron, which is cool. And then yeah, I saw it sitting right next to it for $1. So why not, right? So yeah. And then it's crazy because I also have the soundtrack to these. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys are a fan of Tron, and I heard it's crazy because I heard they're working on a new Tron now also. Not sure if it's going to be a movie or a TV show, but something Tron is coming. So, here we you know how that goes. So, yeah, Tron Legacy. So, I don't think I did too bad on that. Now, someone told me this movie was pretty good. I don't know because I've never seen it, but I was hoping maybe you guys can tell me what you think. I heard this is pretty good. This is Tarzan. It has Samuel L. Jackson in it. This is done by Alexander Skarsgård. Oh, it's him and Margot Robbie. I didn't know that was Margot Robbie. That don't even look like her. That's her? Shit. Okay. So it's him and Margot Robbie. Wow. Okay. Along with Samuel L. Jackson. Um, I remember when it came out, but to be honest, I didn't hear too much about this. I didn't hear whether it was good or bad. So if you guys have checked out this version of Tarzan, I love Tarzan. Please let me know. I have like the first, I think what, 8 issues of Marvel's Tarzan from way back in the 70s. I have like the first 8 issues like in mint condition. But yeah, let me see what we have here. Just Joe, 47. My man. To say here Tron Legacy was all right, but it had its moments and a great soundtrack. Jeff Bridges' CGI face was a little weird. Yeah, I know, right? I remember that. That was a little weird. That was a little weird. DJ Ronnie G, let me ask you a question. Did he do good as Tarzan? Was he a decent or a believable Tarzan? You know, holla at your boy. Let me know. I'm definitely interested, in seeing if it was decent or not. But Ronnie G, I'll take you up on that. You said it was a decent movie, and I'll definitely take you up on that, man. Just checking it out. Now, this is something I never heard of, and if I did, I don't remember seeing it. You guys, let me know if you've ever heard of this or ever seen this. And this must have been when he was young as shit, because we just seen him in The Mandalorian, and holy shit! Oh, he says he was referring to Tron Legacy. I was way happy to see Bruce Boxner in it too. Yeah, he said he's basically done in from Tron, so it'd be good to see him back again. But he says he'll never do it, not under how Tron is looking like nowadays. So that's unfortunate, man. And as far as Tarzan goes, I guess nobody's never checked. I guess no one has checked that Tarzan, huh? Well, if someone has, you can leave me a comment here in the chat. I'd love to hear what you think of it. You guys ever heard of this with Christopher Lloyd? This is called Camp Nowhere. And maybe I've seen it, maybe I haven't. I don't know. I don't this You could tell his hair is still, still brown or whatnot. So you could tell he was a lot younger. This is probably around the time that he was doing Taxi and shit, or maybe a little after. Um, but yeah, Camp Nowhere. I've never I don't recall ever seeing this, but it was on Blu-ray. Yeah, I've never Christopher Lloyd camp movie. Shit, who knows, man. I just you know, who knows, right? So Joe 47 says this is the first time I've ever heard of Camp Nowhere. And this is the thing, I keep up with Christopher Lloyd, and this is again, I own over 10,000 movies. And as much as I know about movies and DVDs, what I tell everybody is you just can't know about everything. And sometimes there'll be some things that'll slip past us, and it'll be decades later, and you be like, well, damn, I was around when that shit came out. Why I've never heard of it, why I've never seen it. And it's just and I wonder if I'm just wondering, like, is this like one of those, like, he's chasing tail, he's getting drunk, is he getting high on this, like, what is he doing? No parents, no rules, no kidding is what they say. Says school's out and wacky summer fun is in when Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future, and the Addams family leads the laughs at a phony camp for kids. So this is a fake make-believe camp for kids in a hysterical hit comedy, Camp Nowhere. The fun begins when a clan of enterprising adolescents concoct a plan for their own vacation paradise, complete with junk food, jet skis, and hot music. With the help of a bumbling, out-of-work drama teacher, Christopher Lloyd, a summer free, a summer free of parental supervision becomes a teenage heaven on earth. If you like Home Alone, then sign up for this crazy camp full of gags, games, and outrageous summer adventures. Who the fuck is in this movie? Wait a minute. Jonathan Jackson. Who the hell is that? Wendy McKenna. I never heard of that. I never heard. Emmett Walsh. Andrew Kurtzman's Elliot Wald. What the fuck? Andrew Kurtzman. I'm lost, man. Yeah. Camp Nowhere. It came out of nowhere, so I'm just lost as shit. Like I said, I thought maybe I knew some Christopher Lloyd stuff. I guess not, man. So Lord Thoth says deep cut. Huh. What's up, Lord Thoth? My man. I know, right? Shit. I don't know, man. I don't know where this movie came from, man. For Christopher Lloyd, must have been better than when he starred with Hulk Hogan in Suburban Commando. I remember Suburban Commando, man. But you know what? Everybody has has their downtimes and everything, whether it's music, movies, and when you have your downtime and those big roles ain't coming by, excuse me, like they used to, you got to get what you can. So when you get what you can, then you get Camp Nowhere and you get Suburban Commandos. Shit. Oh, and The Mandalorian. Holy shit. Fucking him and Lizzo and Jack Black. Fuck out of here, man. Hell no. Oh, man. So, let me ask y'all a question, man. Have y'all ever seen this on Blu-ray? I didn't even know this was on Blu-ray. So I'm gonna watch it again because it's been some. Oh man, I haven't watched this in forever, man. Him fighting the Abomination. Damn, William Hurt, man. I can't believe he's gone. Shit. Well, it's pretty cool to have the Hulk on Blu-ray. So, what can you say, right? Linda said, hands down, that Hulk movie was better than the first one. Yeah, it was better than the Eric Bana Hulk. I agree with you there on that. That was with him and Nick Nolte. And just Joe 47, he says, yeah, that was one of the first Blu-rays I bought. That Hulk one. Let me ask you this then, man. Let me ask you this, because when I open this thing up, did your Hulk DVD look like this? You mean your Hulk Blu-ray? Or did it have that B Blu-ray symbol on there? Because this one doesn't have it. Like you can see it. It doesn't have the Blu-ray symbol. But then this is so old that did this come out before the Blu-ray symbol? You know that this B, you know, that this B on the top in the middle for Blu-ray. Was this did this come out before that symbol was put on the actual discs? Let me know. I'm curious because I'm trying to figure out like why is this one so different? But this one keeps talking about high def. You see how the back is? So this is like an old format of how, if I'm not mistaken, of how Blu-rays used to come out. ZBR, what's going on, brother? Zombie Box Reviews in the house. How's it going, man? Hopefully everything's good with you. He says, I got the blue one. The blue one? The blue one? Oh, you mean that it came with like a blue case instead of it being green? Yeah, this thing is this thing is odd because it's different than regular blue. Look, it says the perfect high def movie experience. Like if this is Blu-ray, this has to be when Blu-ray first came out because they didn't even put the Blu-ray symbol on the disc. It's weird. I don't even know, man. This is different. But you know, it is what it is, man. I'll be checking out some Hulk. We'll hear a little later. Now, this is something different here. Check this out. Yo, Summer School, The Life's a Beach edition. Gunter said he just checked the Blu-ray of that movie. The disc has the artwork from the cover. Oh, it does. Mine doesn't have mine doesn't have nothing on there. It just wow. Okay, well, but you know the thing is sometimes too is the more they keep putting it out over time, the more they start changing how the actual um the little picture on the disc looks. You know, depending on Lord Thoth says, "Wow, hey Lord Thoth, you own this or you've seen this or are we talking about the Hulk?" But this is Mark Hamill, Kirstie Alley, and Courtney Thorne Smith. Courtney Thorne Smith. I remember her from, if I'm not mistaken, it was from Revenge of the Nerds when it was spring break. I think it was Revenge of the Nerds 2. Yep, Revenge of the Nerds 2. She was actually working in Fort Lauderdale. Like it was like it was a Fort Lauderdale hotel that they were working in and that she was working in. And the nerds they got screwed over in that movie. Oh shit. Hold on a second. Somebody's knocking on my door. Y'all give me a second, man. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, apologize about that, y'all. Uh, yeah, that was my boy, man. Next door neighbor. He helped me get this house, man. So just come to check up on me, see how I was doing. But yeah, man. If you guys, I can't remember if I've ever seen this or not, but I'm gonna check it out. Hopefully, yeah, it has all the fun stuff that I like watching in an old movie like this. Hopefully, well, I see some drinks, so somebody's drinking, and hopefully, there's a whole lot of other stuff going on in here. So, y'all know what's up, man. And ZBR says, I'm good, man. Busy packing things up for my new house. That's what's up, man. Congratulations on the new house, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Shit. Just don't forget anything. Don't forget nothing. But yeah, man, summer school. Check it out. Check it out. I can't wait to see what's going on in this movie. Penny said, you think Walmart would have had more cashiers, y'all? I know, right? Any special plans for Easter? Ooh, probably gonna see some family tomorrow. It'll be yeah, I'm gonna hang out with some family. It'll be the first time that we spend Easter with our granny, so we'll go and spend some time with the family, and think it'll be good. Think it'll be good. Think it'll be good. Now, I know y'all remember this, right? Red Sonja, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Bridget Nielsen. It's funny because it's her movie, and she's second to be named. Hmm. Go figure, right? But yeah, man, Red Sonja. Matter of fact, they're doing a reboot of it, and it was looking like it was going to be woke. They had a black chick that they were going to put as Red Sonja, and they ended up ditching the black chick, and now they got a person to properly fit the look of Red Sonja, and hopefully they still give her red hair. Because if not, why would they call her Red Sonja if she don't have red hair? I don't know. Hollywood hates redheads, man. So fuck it, blame it on Hollywood, right? Huh? Jorge Brito. Good to have you here, Jorge. A big classic, you know it, man. It's a big classic, man. I've never seen it on Blu-ray. It might be on Blu-ray. Um, it's put out by Warner Brothers, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Bridget Nielsen. I mean, in this movie, she's beautiful now. Shit, she kind of let herself go, and she got herself back together, and you know, shit happens. I ain't judging. So yeah, Bridget Nielsen, she did a hell of a job. I remember her handling the sword pretty well from the last time I watched this movie. She was pretty good, pretty good. Red Sonja. Now, man, I had to do it, man. Come on, man. Season 1 of Silver Spoons. Come on, y'all. You know what was cool? The Oh man, she was so fucking hot, man. Holy shit. Ricky Schroeder. Oh man. Glenn said Black Sonia only in Hollywood. Yeah, it was going to happen, but then they changed it. So Just Joe 47 says it's been a long time since I've seen Sonia Bridget Nielsen when she was still hot. Yeah, I mean, she's tried to get herself back into shape and done some things. I seen her about a year or two ago, and she looked pretty good compared to when the last time I seen her when she was looking very bad. So she's been working on herself. But yeah, man, silver spoons. Uh, yep. Look at that. You got look at that at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but that's Mr. T in the middle picture at the bottom. Yeah. But yeah, man, this show was pretty cool. I remember seeing all the cool toys that was in the show, man. I wanted all that shit, man. Erin Gray, boy, was she hot, man. Yep. Oh, Ricky. So Silver Spoons was some cool stuff, man. Just nothing wrong with going back, man. Nothing wrong with going back. So season 1 of Silver Spoons. Like I say, if you look at the range of the kind of shit that I got, you'll be surprised, man. I got all different kinds of stuff. Y'all remember this? The two Corys. Come on, y'all. Y'all remember the two Corys? Y'all don't do it like that. Yeah, Glenzer. They were boy, yeah, they were about to do it. They were getting ready to do it. Like if you look up what they've done in the last few months, let's say like in the last 6 months with Red Sonja, you'll get to see how the black chick is gone from the movie and they replaced her with, the new chick that looks like Red Sonja. So yeah, man. Yeah. Penny says she's gonna go to church, then eating out, not cooking. God, Penny. I understand. Ain't nobody gonna be cooking for me neither. So if I eat anything, it probably ain't no telling. Ain't no telling what I'll be doing tomorrow. Lord Thoth says heading to Grub later. Man, take it easy, brother. Take it easy, my man. Yeah, man. Just Joe says got to work on Easter Sunday. I'll at least have some Easter dinner. Well, sorry you have to work, brother, but at least you got somebody cooking, man, which is pretty cool. Well, I understand. Glenn said at last I saw Ricky Schroeder was in a Whiskey Lullaby music video. Oh wow. Had no idea, man. Yeah, man, Ricky Schroeder is pretty awesome. I remember him in The Lonesome Dove. I don't know if you guys remember seeing him in The Lonesome Dove. The Western. Cool shit. Just Joe 47 says, oh yeah. The episode where Mr. T plays the bodyguard, Ricky, was on one of the seasons of 24 as a no nonsense CTU agent. Huh. Matter of fact, it's funny. I have like the first 5 seasons of 24. I think first 5 or 6 seasons of 24, along with like a couple of Jack Bauer movies that they came out with. And then I have like 20, like with the 24 Legacy, which is like with the black dude, like I think it had like maybe it was 2 or 3 seasons. I got like the first season of that. So I own almost the whole collection of 24, along with the movies and all that other shit. So, but I haven't watched them all. So I appreciate you letting me know about that. Just Joe, thank you. And Lady Miss says, take care to Lord Thoth. Yeah, take it easy, my brother. And don't eat too fast, all right? Cause indigestion. You don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? You might drink a little Sprite or something. Get the you know bubbles, get the burp out. But take it easy, man. But it's all good, man. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember License to Drive. License to Drive was a wild ass movie. Shit was wild as shit, man. Yo, this is the special edition. Yep, man. It was cool when these cats were young, man. They did a lot of good movies. Hate to see how shit turned out for both of them, decades later. But shout out to the two Coreys, man. Both are awesome. Awesome guys, man. But if you guys never seen it, this is a hell of a some teenagers doing some wild shit. Definitely an '80s movie. Definitely an '80s movie, man. I miss '80s movies. Fuck, man. '80s movies. People took chances, man, with those movies, man. Hollywood is scared as shit now, so it sucks, man. License to Drive wasn't there a computer error that allowed him to get his driver's license? Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah, it was a computer error, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he actually failed it, if I'm not mistaken. It was a computer error, and he got his license, and yeah, he ends up doing a whole bunch of wild shit, trying to impress old girl or whatever. From what I recall, it's been a minute too, man. So yeah, man, that was that's some good stuff, man. License to Drive, shit. I'll tell you what, man. Look, when I yo when I get monetized, you guys are gonna have access to my fucking library, man. I tell you, man, we're gonna be watching all kind of stuff, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. That's gonna be one of my perks, man. We'll do like some people say, well, we'll do a fucking movie watch once a month. Fuck that. I'm doing like once a week, man. Like I'm telling you, man, it's like shit, we're gonna kick it, man. I can't wait, man. We'll be voting on fucking thousands of fucking movies. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Now, this is some shit I got here, man. Yo. Now, I've never watched this, but I heard that this was kind of groundbreaking, man. When Elvis went to fucking Hawaii and did his shit. This is like a 3-disc. No, it's like, what is it? 2 discs or 3 discs? This is 2 discs. But I guess the whole thing of Elvis going to Hawaii and doing, I've heard stories about this when he went to Hawaii. I heard he turned that shit out, man. And very interesting. I always wanted to see how that went down, but this thing is fucking huge, man. And knowing that this shit probably cost some money, $1. So you know how that is. And we got any Elvis fans? Holla at your boy. Sounds fantastic. Yeah. I got a bunch of I have a bunch of stand-up comedies, live in concerts, dude. So I mean, different things like that, like BB King live in concert, Smokey Robinson live in concert, Dolly Parton live in concert. I mean, Black Eyed Peas, you know, different singer, just all kinds of shit, man. I mean, I just can't wait to just fucking show y'all some stuff, man. Just fuck, I can't wait, man. Have you guys ever watched this? This is a Iron Man animated series that came out. This looks like this came out around 2010, 2011. So this is an Iron Man. You can see Ironmonger right behind him. Looks like the animation was pretty good when this came out. Looks pretty solid. I've never watched it, but this is the Marvel animated series of Iron Man. And right under Iron Man's name, you can see that it has like the Chinese lettering under it. And this is a 2-disc set. So if you guys didn't know that they had a Iron Man series, I know that I have, let me see, I think I have maybe 3 different Iron Man animated series along with this. So if you guys haven't checked it, Lady Miss says haven't seen that one. Yeah, this is I haven't seen it either. But again, if you look at the back, you can get to see how some of this looks, and it doesn't look bad. So, you know, hopefully, if I'm not sure if this is on Disney Plus, but I couldn't see why it's not. If you guys mess with Disney Plus, I mean, I have Disney Plus. I'm on somebody's account, but I don't really fuck with Disney Plus. Doesn't really have anything I want to watch, so I don't. You know, it's I guess it's good to have it if you want to watch it to see something to poke fun at. But as far as like really investing your time to watch anything on Disney Plus, I wouldn't. They don't have shit I want to watch. So, yeah, Iron Man. Yeah. Then, you guys ever seen this? Bad Moms. I think I've seen some of this, and I think they were fucking tripping. I've seen this. I've seen this once, and no, I didn't see it. I seen a little bit of this one, and I thought this was fucking buck wild. I thought it was very funny, and I was like, yo, and I seen it going for $1, and I had to go for it. So if you guys have never watched it, it's very funny. I mean, how old is this movie? It doesn't really say, but it has Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Catherine Hahn, Jada Pickett, Christina Applegate, Annie Momolo. I never heard of her, but okay. And again, for the little bit that I've seen of this, I thought it was pretty funny. Bad Moms. So if you guys never heard of it, never checked it, check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it. You know, so it's an interesting watch. Very funny movie from what I've seen from the little bit. Interested in seeing the interesting. I'm interested in watching the whole thing. And Lady Miss says haven't seen that one, and I will say watching one of your live watches shows. I will save watching for one of your live watch shows. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that. What's up, Zax? What's going on, my man? You doing all right? Man. Hey, thank you, Zax. I appreciate you. Say what's up, Big 24. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Hell yeah. Thank you for being here. Everybody saying what's up to Zax. There you go. Just Joe. And Lady Miss says that movie came out in 2016. Okay, wow. It's fucking 7 years ago. Okay. Zax says, dude. Ill, huh? I'm good in Orlando for the week. Oh wow, man. It's hot as fuck, huh? I bet. Well, hopefully you'll get some fun out of it, man. I bet you wish it was cool like this Bad Mom's Christmas, huh? Over there in Florida, which is the part 2 of Bad Moms. Wow, part 2 has Christina Baranski and Susan Sarandon. Wow. So there you have it, Bad Moms Christmas, which is the part 2 to Bad Moms. Yeah, man. Some funny shit. I like Mila Kunis and Kristen Bell. And I like Susan Sarandon, so I haven't seen it, but hopefully it's as good as the first one. So, and then last but not least, if you guys have never seen this, what's up, Monkey Jeebus? How's it going, Jeebus? You doing all right, brother? It's great to have you here, man. Shit, man, we got Monkey Jeebus in the house, man. Thank you for being here, man. Last but not least, we got Fritz the Cat. Hopefully you guys enjoy Fritz the Cat. This is some good shit right here. And just Joe 47, what's going on, my brother? Since I haven't seen that Iron Man cartoon, I was a big fan of the 1990s Iron Man cartoon. The second season intro had one of the best theme songs, I Am Iron Man. Huh. Actually, I think the 90s ones is I think I have those. I have those. I have a box full of like all kind of superhero movies. I have 2 boxes, man. These boxes are so fucking huge. And I have, like I said, I have about 3 or 4 Iron Man cartoon series. And I have one that's a young Iron Man. And then I have the one I just showed. And then I have I have a few others that I have a couple others that I have. So, but yeah, Fritz the Cat. You guys stop looking at the cartoon female cat, fellas. Don't, you guys are tripping. But yeah. Zach says, what's up, Jeebus? Jeebus says, Bad Moms was funny. I mean, Zach says Bad Moms was funny. Yeah, man. The little bit that I saw, I thought Bad Moms was hilarious. And I'm looking forward to really watching the whole thing and then seeing the Christmas movie, even though it's not Christmas, but fuck it, right? And then Fritz the Cat. And it has all this so it's an hour and 19 minutes for Fritz the Cat. Lady Mrs. Fritz the Cat is on YouTube. Oh, it is? I didn't think YouTube would show something like this, would it? Now I got to get Fritz the Cat Part 2. I got to get the second movie. But Fritz the Cat is awesome. And then, on top of that, for $1, I got this Transformers video game for for the Xbox One and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got that for $1. Transformers Devastation has all the original voice actors from the G1 cartoons coming back. It's done with a cell shaded kind of art style, and you can tell by the way it looks. It has the characters look G1 Generation 1. So this is Xbox One video game, Transformers Generation. If you guys never heard of it, check it out. Has Peter Cullen and all the original voice actors from the original cartoon from the 1980s. They reprise their roles, and this is pretty interesting. You got the Dinobots, you got all the other usual suspects in the game, and it's cool. It's interesting. Monkey Jeebus, what's going on, my brother? Appreciate that, Lady Miss. Says there's 4 Marvel anime: Wolverine, X-Men, Iron Man, and Blade. It's funny because I own all 4 of those, and that's the Iron Man one, right? Yeah, that's the Iron Man because it has the Asian scriptures under his name. So I figured that's the Iron Man one because I have a Wolverine one that looks like that. I have the X-Men one that looks like that, and I have the Blade one that looks like that. So I guess Iron Man was the one I was missing, right? So I guess I completed my Marvel anime cartoon collection, huh? Appreciate that, Jeebus, for reminding me about all the other ones. And Just Joe says Iron Man Armored Adventures Toon had Tony, Pepper, and Rhodey as teenagers. It was like around the 20. Yeah, and I think that's the one I have. And if I'm not mistaken, they had a few seasons, right? They had didn't they have 2 or 3 seasons? And I remember Tony Stark being younger, like almost teenager, kind of. And that's what I recall from that. So yeah. That's exactly what I remember. Only $1 nice. Everything that I got was $1. And it's crazy. The place that I got it from, if you buy 20 DVDs, if you buy 30 DVDs, they'll charge you $20. So I was in there. I was grabbing Elvis. I was grabbing Seasons. I was grabbing all the high dollar stuff. Blu-rays $1. All the Seasons $1. Just everything you could find $1. And if you grab 20, if you grab 30, he'll charge you $20. Like, oh, you got 30? Like, shit, yeah. Like $21.65 with tax. With the tax. So hell, you can't beat that with a bat. So, he's a nice guy. So, and Jeeva said they did a Punisher and Black Widow and Avengers 2. Now, those are the ones I don't have Punisher, I don't have Black Widow, and I don't have the Avengers one. But I do have those 4 though. Okay, but thank you for letting me know that, man. At least I know I got a few more to get then, huh? And Just Joe says Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime, is 81 years old. Don't know how long he'll be alive. Actually, if they were smart, they would actually trademark his voice the way they done for Darth Vader. They should actually, I don't know. If they don't do that, then they're fucking Hasbro is dumber than what I thought. I'm sorry, man. So let me ask y'all a question, man. Would y'all like to see some comic books? It's funny. There's they got they have they have this Blue Beetle coming out, right? And the Blue Beetle that's coming out, that's Jaime Reyes. And Jaime Reyes's first appearance is in this comic book right here, Infinite Crisis, issue number 3. If you guys never heard of Infinite Crisis, this is Infinite Crisis. And let me see right here. And let me see here. So, if you remember the trailer that you watched of Blue Beetle, and you see that his homegirl gave him a hamburger box that had the Beetle in it. And he just, he doesn't, when he opens it, he grabs the Beetle and this and that. Well, that's not how it actually goes down, right? What happens is there's a fight scene, right? And you guys see Superman here. This here, so you guys can really see it. So there's a fight scene, and Superman and the Justice League, they're cleaning up the area. And at the bottom, you can see probably right here at the bottom. Yeah, these guys, that's Jaime Reyes and them. They're looking at the superheroes cleaning up everything, right? And Jaime goes into an alleyway away from everybody, and you can see him at the bottom. He says, "What's this?" And he picks up the scarab. You see that? So him walking around and wherever the fuck he was in the trailer, and he bumps into a chick that gives him the scarab that's sitting inside of a hamburger box. That's bullshit. He picked it up off the ground. You guys see it right there in front of your face. So at least you know that that's how they changed up his origin. He's watching Superman fucking clean up, pick up half of a building, clean up, the city or whatever. And he looks into a fucking alleyway. He sees something shining. He's like, "Hey guys, check this out." And he goes and he picks it up out the blue. That's how he gets the scarab. And that's it. That's the and that's the that's all he did in this comic book. So this is the first appearance of Jaime Reyes. And as Jaime Reyes, that's his first appearance. And as you can see, the way he gets the Beetle is not the way that he got the Beetle in the trailer. So they already, my whole thing is, I don't know. I guess they couldn't explain that he got the Beetle in Infinite Crisis, so they had to make up a different way for him to get the Beetle. But why not make it somewhat similar to how he found it in the alleyway? Why couldn't they say that, right? Oh, DC, so full of shit. Don't even want to tell your own story right. Ain't that some shit? And this is the issue where Jaime Reyes turns into Blue Beetle for the first time. They have 2 covers, and I remember buying this at the store. They had the Blue Beetle cover, and then they had this cover. Since I didn't know who the fuck I knew who Blue Beetle was, and I didn't know who Jaime Reyes was. So I was like, well, why the fuck am I going to buy a Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle cover? It was like a variant cover. Why would I buy that when I love Earth 2 Superman? And, so why wouldn't I buy the Earth 2 Superman cover instead of buying, but So if you guys see that Blue Beetle's first appearance it's Infinite Crisis issue number 5, but instead of you seeing Superman on the cover, you see Blue Beetle on the cover. That's a variant cover, but it's the same comic book. So maybe Blue Beetle, his first appearance in Infinite Crisis number 5, that comic book is probably shooting up in price. This is it right here. And it's crazy because you remember how he turned into Blue Beetle in the trailer? I'm about to show you how he turned into Blue Beetle for the first time and who he was with right here in this comic book. Let me see, where's that at? All right. Here he goes. So, okay. So basically you have Booster Gold. He's running around with Jaime Reyes, right? And Batman finds both of them hung upside down in a trap. So basically what you see here is Jaime Reyes and Booster Gold hung upside down. And what happens is the Beetle right here by my finger starts going crazy on his back. So this is all happening while Batman's looking at him. And what happens is he turns into Blue Beetle upside down while Batman's looking at him. So this is the first time he turns into Blue Beetle. So he wasn't with his family or his Uncle Pedro or what the fuck he is. He wasn't with none of them people. He wasn't with his family running around on some adventure. He was with Booster Gold, running around with Booster Gold and Batman. So that's how things change from Christ on Infinite Earths to what you see on that trailer. So there you have it. In case you guys wanted to know, the first time people ever saw Jaime Reyes ever in comic books, and when he first transformed, he was in front of Booster Gold and Batman. So I know you guys he looks exactly the same. That's the only thing I could really give DC props for, is that Blue Beetle from the movie, the trailer, like they look exactly alike. It has to be one of the first times that fucking DC was ever spot on with one of their characters. It's fucking, I can't believe they did that well. So besides that, go ahead. That's what's up, man. Lady Miss says, sure. And Zach says 24 power can only be given by a woman now. That's the rule. I know, right? Shit. Now, you guys ever seen the first Blue Beetle? Now, when Blue Beetle first came out, right? He came out he wasn't a part of DC Comics when Blue Beetle first came out. Blue Beetle came out on a comic book company called Charleston Comics. And I have an original Blue Beetle Charleston Comics comic book. Now, if you guys never seen it, if you look at here, this comic book is old. This is 12 cents. And this is the original Blue Beetle from Charleston Comics. So in case you guys never seen the original Blue Beetle ever, This is it right here. And this is the original Blue Beetle from Charleston Comics. So that's why when you look at the corners, you don't see DC Comics. You don't see none of that shit anywhere. And this is back when this was still 12 cents. So, yeah, this is where it all starts right here. So in case you guys never seen the first original Blue Beetle to ever be created ever in comics, this is it here. And then from this comes the Ted Kord Blue Beetle. And I have those two. Now, when Ted Kord became Blue Beetle, he was still a part of Charleston Comics. And when Charleston got bought out by DC Comics, then they released Ted Kord's Blue Beetle already has comic books out in Charleston Comics. But then when DC put them out, this is the first Blue Beetle comic going for what? Yeah, 75 cents. So this came out back in this was 1986. So it's 1986 right here. So this is the first Ted Kord Blue Beetle comic book. And if you see that ship, that's the ship that Jaime Reyes and them are flying in the Blue Beetle trailer. But the ship was originally created by Ted Kord. And that's his ship. And in the comic books, Ted Kord, which is this version of Blue Beetle, he's the second Blue Beetle, ends up being the mentor for Jaime Reyes, who you see in the trailer. So I have original Blue Beetle comics from every version of Blue Beetle. Shit. Matter of fact, look, this issue number 2. So yeah, I tell you, I got then and then another character that comes from Charleston Comics is the Question. And this is the original Question before what's the name, that Spanish chick from Gotham City, Montoya, became the Question. This is the original Question from Charleston Comics. So, and then let me see. Now, this comic is the comic book where the original Blue Beetle is fighting the second Blue Beetle. So to let you know, even in DC Comics, DC still acknowledged the original Blue Beetle. See, that's him. That's the same guy that's grabbing Ted Kord. So even here they pay homage to this guy because he's the original Blue Beetle. So if you don't know Blue Beetle's history, then here you go. That's both Blue Beetles fighting each other. What's up, Glenzer? It says comics that have 15 cents, 12 cents, or 10 cents, super collectible. Yeah, man. Again, man, that's, so when you talk about Blue Beetle, shit, like I say, man, he's a great character. And then, you can see from the different shit that I'm showing you, like I say, that Beetle plane that they're flying, that's his. Now, it has me wondering, is Ted Kord in the Blue Beetle movie. And if he is, he should be acknowledged as Blue Beetle. Why? Because he's still fighting as Blue Beetle. He's still around. He died and he came back. And he's Booster Gold's best friend. And if they're working on Booster Gold, which might be played by Chris Pratt, then more than likely you're going to see this version of Blue Beetle come up. Because those two guys are like they're a duo. That those two guys they're good together as characters. Look at that, man. So, yeah, man, it got some good stuff here. Shit. So, again, I could pull out Blue Beetle comic books all day, man. Look at that, man. But Ted Kord, he's my Blue Beetle. Jaime Reyes is the Blue Beetle for this generation. Ted Kord, he's the Blue Beetle I grew up on. So, yeah. Shit, I got all kind of shit here. Like if you guys love Peacemaker, this is the Vigilante. That's his first. Look at that. That's his first issue of his own comic book. I remember me and my brother getting this when we were kids. So, I'm like you guys, boy, I tell you, I can show you all kinds of stuff, man. It's just beautiful, man. Look at these covers, man. Yep. And these were written by Marv Wolfman. So you know the stories were good. Marv Wolfman, shit, he's a beast, man. Look at that. Marv Wolfman and Gil Kane. Man, a lot of artists can't even draw this good nowadays, man. I'm telling you. Boy. Los Picklin's laptop. V-Dub. Yup. V-Dub. Yeah, man. Like I say, I'm huge comic book collector, man. It's funny, like the whole concept of the Super Sons comes from this comic book. Like when Batman's son teams up with Superman's son. Look at that. Man, like you guys, man, you wouldn't even believe where, a lot of shit comes from with a lot of these books. Let me see let me see. Do I have anything else in here? No. Huh, Silver Sable. Man, look at these covers, man. Damn. The art in some of these books were killer, man. Let me chill for a minute. Let me see what y'all are saying. So the Vigilante is a Punisher knockoff, or was it the other way? Or was it another guy? I may be confused. Well, the thing is, back in the late 70s, early 80s, there were a lot of vigil. There was a lot of like movies, Hollywood. There was a lot of stories, shows, cop shows, where it was like the one man army, like you know, like Death Wish was, you had a lot of that kind of shit going on. One man crime, one man army of against crime type shits. And from there, Death Wish, Punisher, the vigilante, basically, the concept of being the anti-hero, but to the point where it's like the hero would, he would fucking kill he'll kill the bad guy and not give a shit. It's like that kind of Death Wish mentality. There was a lot of shit like that, and if it wasn't like a guy taking the law into his hands, then it was a cop that was like a guy that was like a loner. He was like against the grain. He didn't give a shit about having a partner. He'd go in and you had movies like like Dirty Harry, that kind of shit, where you got one guy coming in, fucking taking everybody out, and you had a lot of comic books that follow that trope. They vigilante, Punisher. You just had so many of them from DC and Marvel. If it wasn't that, then it was a guy that carried a shitload of guns, and they had like different variations of that. It was Punisher is a guy that lost his family. Peacemaker is another version of that. Peacemaker came out in the 70s. Peacemaker is a part of Charleston Comics, right along with Blue Beetle and The Question. And he was a guy that his whole purpose was to make sure that he would maintain peace by any means necessary. So it's not like something necessarily happened to him, but he was a guy that wanted to uphold peace by any means necessary. And even if those means were fucked up, it's whatever he took in order to maintain peace. And that's where like Peacemaker comes from. So you had a lot of lone heroes that were out doing that kind of shit. And the thing is, I guess it all depended on what was their method. Batman does it without guns. Punisher does it with guns. You had some folks that were like in between, like in the middle of that kind of shit. So, I guess it all depends. Glenzer said Marv Wolfman owned the 80s, especially his Teen Titans run with George Lopez. Man, I own the whole run. I got issue number 1 autographed by George Lopez. Both issue number 1s of the Teen Titans. The one that came out in the early 80s when Dick Grayson was still Robin, and also have the version that came out like in the later 80s where it was done by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, but you had Nightwing on the cover when they redid it and came out with the brand new number 1. And I have that one autographed by George Perez as well. So I have both number 1s autographed by George Perez. And I have my Christ on Infinite Earths number 1 autographed by Marv Wolfman. And so, man, just to have something autographed by both of those guys, shit, is some good stuff, man. Good stuff. And then my brother Glenn also says, I really like the old covers that had dialogue. New covers don't have dialogue. Yeah, man, it's they're not crafty enough for that, man. It's new artists, man. They're fucking lazy, man. Like, no shit. Glenn just says the streets were dirty until one man decided to clean them up. Those action movies from Canon Films, yeah, man. And to be honest, a lot of characters took on that kind of characteristics, about them. Yeah, man, and it's crazy, man. Penny, what's up, Penny? She says back home in the crying chaos, that boy is so spoiled. and not by me. Well, at least hopefully you had a little bit of peace while you were gone, but you knew what you were coming home to. So, well, you might, yeah, well, when he gets old, I said, hopefully when he gets older, it doesn't carry on. Glinzer says, Death Wish, Exterminator, Savage Streets, Defiance, Tenement, yeah, and etc. Man, I'm telling you, again, if it was old Vietnam vet, you know, basically let go from the force for all kinds of shit. You'd be surprised, man, who becomes the hero, to deal with this kind of shit. I'll miss those movies, man. Those were the days. Glenza says Teen Titan #2 is worth more than #1 because it's the first appearance of Deathstroke. Yeah, man. I know, brother. I know, man. I know. But it's still cool to have #1 autograph, though, man. It's still cool to have #1 autograph. But #2 is where it's at, man. #2 is where it's at. Definitely, brother. Definitely. I know. I know we feel bad for Penny. I know, right? Well, I'm sorry about that, Penny. Hopefully things have calmed down a little bit. But obviously you said it didn't since you just got back home, right? Well, hopefully it'll get better from here on. He'll eat something, chill out a little bit, give everybody a little break. I guess that's cool for wishful thinking, right? But hopefully, he's probably a good kid. Yeah, so I know we'll be praying for you, Penny. I know, right? But yeah, I've had a good time kicking it with everybody, making spaghetti now. Damn, I haven't had good spaghetti in a long time. I wonder how you make it, Penny. Just Joe 47. I know, right? Everybody showing Penny some love. I know she's just to come back and having to do some things. Well, hopefully when he gets some of Grandma's good spaghetti, he'll calm down a little bit. Please give you a little break while everybody's feeding him and stuff. I know, right? Well, hopefully everybody's gonna have a great day, from this point forward, and hopefully everyone has a wonderful Christmas. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful Easter Sunday tomorrow. Me, I'll just be doing some cleaning. I need to clean up around here. Haven't cleaned up in a minute, so I started earlier. I'll go back to it, and I think I need to go back to making some videos. I've been live streaming a lot and been doing videos less. I need to do videos more and continue to live stream the exact same way I've been doing. So, and Penny said, "Your lips to God's ears," right? Well, well, we can always hope for, for something good to come out of it. So, appreciate that. Just Joe 47 says, Happy Easter, everybody. Y'all know, right? So, so with that, Lady Miss says, when my sisters bring their rugrats over, I point out the large kennel to them and tell them, behave, or in there they go. I'm the mean aunt, lol. Ah, that is too funny. That is too funny, Lady Miss. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even picture you doing that. But I guess you do what you got to do, right? Especially if they're out of control. And Just Joe says, I make spaghetti the lazy way. What's the lazy way? He says, I get a big pot of water and throw the spaghetti in there. Wow. I mean, I guess that's how you do it. You don't boil the water first, or and Lady Miss says, hey, they behave. I know, right? You do what you gotta do, huh? Oh shit. But you know what, guys? I had a great time being here with y'all. It's always a great time, and I appreciate you guys spending your Saturday with me. I know I've been on for what 2.5 hours now, and he said I boil the water first. Okay, that's what's up. There you go, there you go, Joe. Shit, that's. I was hoping you did that, but I was like, well, you know, you can't tell nobody how to do their thing, man. So I respect it. But yeah, everybody, please have a great Easter weekend. And whether you celebrate Easter or you don't, please continue to have a great weekend. And I look forward. I don't know. I may or I may not stream tomorrow. I gotta ask the other primetime kings if they want to stream or not. But if not, then I understand. Definitely tomorrow will be a time for spending with family, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you don't have family, hopefully you're not sitting at home alone. That's not good either. But know that, hey, you guys, you have me, and I'm thankful that that I have y'all. And shit, no matter what happens tomorrow, we have each other, and that's the best thing. That's the best thing out of all this. So I'm thankful. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. And Lospec says, dang, I was wondering how long you had to wait if you didn't boil the water. I know, right? I was like, shit, hopefully they get soft in due time, right? I know. But you guys have a great, great weekend. Thank you all. Appreciate you, Penny, for being here, and Low Spec and Lady Miss and Just Joe and everybody that came by, Zax, Vigilante. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate all of y'all. DJ Ronnie G, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Monkey Jeevis, my brother, thank you again. Zax, I love you guys. Zombie Box Reviews, my brother Glenzer, thank you, man, for being here. Lord Thoth, man, thank you again for being here. And thank you all, man. You guys have been awesome. Pat S, thank you for being here, my brother. Vigilante Williamson, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Low Spec, Jeff, man, I appreciate you, my brother, for everything you do, man. Just want to tell you guys, thank y'all, man. You guys are always good to me, man. I appreciate y'all. Man, I just want the best for each and one of y'all, man. Each and every one of y'all. Man, hopefully you guys are happy at home. Family, around y'all, keeping y'all holding y'all down, man, and keeping y'all happy, man. And some of us have it and some of us don't. And for those that don't, just know that you guys have us, man. We have each other, and you guys have me, man, and that's what's important. So, with that being said, just want to tell y'all I love y'all. Hopefully, you guys enjoy, the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend. And if I don't see y'all tomorrow, I'll see y'all on Monday. And Penny, Lady Miss, Ronnie G, Low Spec, Monkey Jeeves. You guys, please, enjoy your weekends. Spend time with your families, and shit, hit me up, man. If you guys are bored, you ain't doing shit, you can always DM me. You can message me at 247 Mr. 365 at gmail.com. My DMs are always open to each and every one of y'all. You know, people are always there for me, and I just want to be here for y'all. And you guys have been there for me, and I just always want to let you guys know that my doors are always open. I'm never too busy, and you guys are a part of my life, man. You guys are my family now, and if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. So I'm always thankful, and I'm always praying for you guys, and just thankful that you guys are in my life. So with that, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all take care, man. Have a good time. And Penny, let me know how the spaghetti goes, and how everything, hopefully once you make it, it'll calm things down for a little bit, and you can catch a little peace, at least for a little bit. So with that, I love you guys. Take it easy. Lady Miss, I love you. Ronnie G, I love you. Low Spec, I love you. I love y'all. Y'all take care, man. Jeebus, love you, man. And I mean it, man. You guys take care, man. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate y'all. And for everybody that's listening on the replay, I love y'all, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are my world, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care, man. Peace. Yeah.